intelligence is everywhere, right? But what does it actually look like when a tech giant like SAP decides to go all in? Well, today we're breaking down their seriously ambitious strategy to use AI to completely reinvent how businesses run. But let's be honest, this brings up the one giant question that every single business leader is wrestling with right now. If you strip away all the hype, can you actually trust AI to handle the most critical parts of your company? Well, SAP's answer to that is a very confident, very loud yes. They're making this incredibly bold claim that their approach is going to fundamentally change how companies operate. That's setting the bar pretty high, so let's dig in and see exactly how they plan to do it. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the core business challenge everyone's facing. Then we'll dive deep into SAP's 3 pillars: relevant, reliable, and responsible AI. And finally, we'll see what this all means for the future of business. All right, so let's start with the AI Business Challenge. Because the goal here isn't just about using fancy new tech for the sake of it. It's about moving past all the buzzwords and creating real, tangible value that you can actually see and measure. To solve that challenge, SAP is introducing what they call SAP Business AI. Now, this isn't just another tool or app. It's a whole new strategy, and it's built on 3 core pillars. So let's jump into the first one. Our first pillar is relevant AI. The key idea here is all about practicality. It's about creating AI that's genuinely useful from the second you turn it on, mainly because it's already integrated into the tools you're using every single day.
And this is so important. Relevant AI isn't some separate application you have to go and learn. It's literally built directly into the SAP software that companies already rely on for their most essential functions. We're talking everything from finance to HR.
And here's what that actually looks like. It starts with tools like Joule, which is SAP's AI copilot. Instead of clicking through a maze of menus, you just describe what you need in plain language. That simple interaction then helps automate core processes. And for the tech teams, it even helps modernize old code, which makes that often painful move to the cloud a whole lot simpler. Next up, we have Pillar 2, Reliable AI. And this is all about trust. You know, an AI could be super relevant, but if you can't rely on the answers it gives you, it's basically useless. And the foundation of that reliability is something every company already has: its own data. I mean, think about it for a second. An AI that's trained on the entire internet might know a lot of random facts, but does it know the tiny details of your company's supply chain or your specific financial reporting rules? Probably not. The quality of what comes out depends entirely on the quality of what goes in. And the difference here is just night and day. Generic AI models are trained on public data, so they don't have any specific business context, and they give you generic answers. SAP's approach, on the other hand, grounds its AI in your business data. This gives it real-time context to produce results that aren't just accurate, but also verifiable inside your own systems. This reliability isn't just about the data, though. It's built on SAP's decades of history. It taps into all that deep process knowledge and is held to the exact same high standards for security and availability that big enterprise customers have come to expect. Really, it's about taking a proven, rock-solid foundation and making it intelligent. Okay, so the AI is relevant and it's reliable. But that brings us to our third and, you could argue, most important pillar: responsible AI. This is all about making sure the technology is actually designed for people and is built on a solid foundation of trust. So what does responsible AI even mean? Well, according to SAP, it's a deep commitment to a few really key areas: developing it ethically, always making sure humans in the loop, being transparent about what the AI is doing, and being almost fanatical about protecting data privacy. Let's look at the details here. A core principle is human oversight. The AI might suggest something, but a person always makes the final call. The strategy also includes actively working to address bias and discrimination, sticking to strict data privacy laws like the EU AI Act, and using existing business permissions so the AI only sees the data it's supposed to. Okay, so we've looked at the 3 pillars: relevant, reliable, and responsible. Now let's connect all of that to the big payoff. What does this actually mean for a company's bottom line? Here's a perfect, practical example of how this works. You start by using AI to automatically modernize your old IT systems. That directly leads to lower maintenance costs because you're just running a much more efficient operation. And the ultimate result? You have a more nimble, more agile IT foundation that lets your whole business adapt to change much, much faster. So the key takeaway here is this: the 3 pillars aren't just separate ideas. They all work together. By making AI relevant, reliable, and responsible,
SAP's goal is to empower companies to innovate faster, cut their costs, and just flat out run their businesses better.
And that brings us to our final thought for you. Now that you've seen this whole framework of relevant, reliable, and responsible AI, think about it in your own world. What's the one business process, whether it's hiring, finance, logistics, whatever, that you would choose to reinvent first?
All right, welcome to